Please remain standing for the invocation by Paula Waite.
Holy One, we gather today to offer our gratitude for these graduates who have completed their studies and now join the distinguished line of dedicated nurses who have committed themselves to the health and well-being of their care receivers. We stand before you, O God, amid this time-honored tradition and ask that you bless us with your presence and join us in rejoicing with our graduates, their families, and our faculty. Your spirit of wisdom has empowered their hard work and their discipline and led them to this pivotal moment in their careers. We thank you for granting them focus, direction, strength, and endurance as they face challenges and accomplished much. In gratitude, we give thanks for their families and the many others who supported and encouraged them towards this hopeful moment. In gratitude, we pray for this school, their teachers, staff, and mentors who have challenged, cared, and guided them along this academic journey. In gratitude, we pray for the entire learning community that provided the fertile ground to develop and practice the professional arts of friendship, collaboration, and sharing. May these solemn and joy-filled proceedings be infused with the divine qualities of faith, hope, and love. Amen.
Please be seated. Good evening. It is my pleasure as the director of the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing and on behalf of the school faculty and staff to welcome you to the graduation of the class of 2022. This is a special occasion for each of these graduates and for you, the family, and friends invited to share in this time of celebration. 2022 is a very special year for these grads as they focus on a new beginning of becoming a registered nurse. These graduates have just completed a very rigorous program and are now well prepared to enter the profession and to continue their educational journey. I look forward to your contributions to the nursing profession. At this time, I would like to thank our distinguished guests who have assisted the school in preparing these graduates for their education. Members of the BB Board of Directors, the BB Medical Foundation, physicians, leaders, and staff from BB Healthcare, and alumni of the School of Nursing. It's now my pleasure to introduce BB Healthcare's Chief Operating Officer and Executive Leader for the School of Nursing, Mr. Rick Schaffner, who will introduce our 2022 commencement speaker.
Thanks, Karen. Congratulations. This August will mark 40 years since I sat in a chair exactly like that at Geisinger Medical Center when I graduated from their School of Nursing. And I started a career that is probably more rewarding than I ever thought it would. So you guys are about to join a profession that you are going to impact lives and you're going to make tremendous difference. And we couldn't be more proud to have been part of your formative years. So congratulations and welcome to our profession. Now it's my pleasure to introduce tonight's commencement speaker, Tara Cooper. Tara's been part of BB Healthcare for 25 years. She started as a new graduate on BB Healthcare's medical surgical unit. Shortly thereafter, she transferred to the emergency department where she worked as a staff nurse, a charge nurse, and was a member of the clinical leadership for 16 years. After her tenure in the emergency department, Tara was promoted to a nurse manager position where she led several units, including the observation unit, the transport team, patient sitters, and most recently, the intensive care unit. Tara has recently been named the Director of Critical Care Services, a very well-earned promotion. Throughout her years of service at BB, Tara has worn many hats. She served as our facilities and supply liaison for the surge capacity during our COVID-19 response. She's been responsible for the development of numerous programs, such as BB's Patient Lift Team, which is a huge staff satisfier. She's an advocate for patient and employee safety. Most recently, she has served as the chair of our Pressure Injury Task Force and has been the nurse manager liaison to our Nursing Quality and Safety Council. Tara has worked to improve the workflow of the patient sitters, our telemonitor room, and she's provided invaluable input into the design and functions for our new specialty surgical hospital at the Rehoboth campus. Tara now works closely with our critical care team to prepare for growth opportunities throughout multiple service lines. Tara holds a bachelor's degree from Arcadia University in psychology and biology. She obtained her nursing diploma from Geisinger Medical Center School of Nursing, my alma mater, and a master's degree in nursing leadership from Wilmington University. She maintains her instructor status in the Trauma Nursing Core course, but most importantly, she serves as a role model to our School of Nursing students and our new graduates, always welcoming them with open arms on the patient care units and moving them from novice to expert. Tara supports professional growth and lifelong learning. As a fellow diploma graduate who has excelled in the nursing profession and continues as an exceptional leader today, please join me in welcoming your speaker, Tara Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Schaffner. Honored graduates, our amazing families who have supported these students over the last 2 years, Dr. Tam, and all of my fellow colleagues here. I am incredibly humbled and honored to be here with you this evening. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to talk about my nursing pathway and how it's important to follow your passion, and then finally offer some words of wisdom. My career started much like all of you, except I had a few left turns along the way. I remember as early as 5 years old, I always had a strong desire to be a nurse. As the oldest of 5 children, there were always plenty of people in my household to take care of. My Fisher-Price medical kit and my Fisher-Price hospital, complete with ambulance, operating room, wheelchair, and stretcher, were among my favorite toys. I drove my family crazy, always trying to take someone's temperature or blood pressure, or just listening to heart and lung sounds. You couldn't hear anything, but I tried. There was always something to do. All of my dolls always had bandages and Band-Aids on them. As I grew older, throughout middle school and high school, my fascination with medical books and medical shows kind of grew. A show called ER kind of captivated me. Some of my veteran colleagues may remember this. It's a medical drama that was set in Chicago, which each week there was a new dilemma where the doctors and nurses had to face in the ER. I couldn't get enough of the adrenaline. By the time I got to high school, I was determined to be a nurse in the medical profession. As the oldest of 5, I was the first to enter into college. Of course, I wanted to look at nursing schools, but my parents, they were supportive, but, they wanted me to be informed and know what kind of opportunities were out there in the nursing field before I made my final decision. So they had me speak with a lot of different nurses that were active in the field. I was excited to hear about why they were passionate about their profession. When I did, they spoke of hard work, long hours, and negative experiences. So I had a lot to think about at the time, and I was a very impressionable 18-year-old, so I was kind of second-guessing my decision. So I thought maybe I had to find a new pathway. Many nurses thought I might like physical therapy, so I actually applied and began my 4-year degree and then would have to apply to graduate school. But each year that I was in college, I thought more and more about nursing, and that passion and that desire to be a nurse was still there. So after spending my undergraduate studies, I did successfully graduate with a degree in psychobiology and a minor in music. I was feeling unfulfilled, and I knew physical therapy wasn't for me. So I had to make the decision to come home and tell my parents that I really still had this strong desire to be a nurse, and it was growing stronger. I did my research, and I found a diploma program where I lived, and I applied without them even knowing. I was accepted to Geisinger Medical Center, where Rick went to school. I still remember that conversation with them. I was super nervous, but I was determined to tell them this is what I wanted to do, and they were very supportive. I had an amazing experience in nursing school. Despite my white, itchy, starchy uniforms, or itchy white pantyhose like you're all wearing today, and our nursing caps, which we had to wear all the time, by the way. But I was happy I followed my heart into nursing. I had so many rewarding experiences. I did clinical on peds, oncology, and in critical care. But of course, the emergency department was my most favorite rotation. I embraced the challenge. I love seeing something new every day and being prepared for whatever came through the door. Our preceptorship was very competitive. There were only 2 nurses chosen for the preceptorship out of my class of 50. It was a very coveted position, and that year all 50 students applied for that position. So I knew I had to work really hard because I really wanted this so badly as my career path, and I was blessed to be one of the chosen 2. We all have that favorite nursing instructor that we never forget, and I'm sure if I asked all of you that you would be telling me it was one of our colleagues that are out here in the audience today. Of course, mine was from the ED. Her name was Mrs. Beverly Krieger. She was calm, she was cool, she was collected, she never got rattled. She was always organized, short, and to the point, which everyone knows that is the hallmark of a good ER nurse. During my preceptorship, I participated in all kinds of traumas, did tons of procedures. I worked with the charge nurse in a mass casualty event, and I did everything I could to hone my assessment skills. When I graduated from nursing school in the 90s, healthcare was a tough place to be at the time, and it was really tough to get a job. Out of the graduating class of 50, they only took 2 students from my class. There were not a lot of jobs for nurses at the time, and healthcare was going through a lot of changes with HMOs and a lot of restructuring, but I wasn't going to give up. My mom and dad always used to use this quote, "Know who you are and where you're going." I knew that I was going to be a nurse, an ER nurse, and I wanted a full-time job. I applied absolutely everywhere, from where I lived to Philadelphia. I even applied at Christiana. All were willing to give me a per diem job, but I wasn't going to settle. I knew I wanted that full-time job, and I was visiting with friends in Wilmington when I learned about BB and thought, well, who doesn't want to live and work at the beach? I still remember like it was yesterday, walking down that long hallway from the West Lobby. Everyone was so kind and so welcoming. I went into the interview thinking, this is really like a place I'd like to work. I was hired for a position on med-surg. It wasn't the ER, but I knew that this is where I needed to start. That was September 15th, 1997. Margaret Porter was my first mentor and my first manager. She gave me my first shot on the med-surg unit, and I soaked up everything that I could. I had absolutely amazing preceptors who helped me to adjust to my new role, until one day I had heard that Loretta Ostrowski was looking for some nurses that she was going to hire in the emergency department. She gave me my second shot at BB Healthcare. I spent almost 16 years there working in the ED as a staff nurse, a charge nurse, and a clinical leader, and I was incredibly grateful for everything that I learned. My career at the hospital continued again when Loretta, who is definitely a mentor to me today, gave me another opportunity as a manager in the observation area. My responsibilities grew over the years, working in leadership in a variety of roles over the last 8 years, and now I'm here with all of you tonight, and I'm thankful for all of those experiences because they've truly shaped me into the nurse that I am today. I relate so much to all of you and the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing because I was you 25 years ago. We are so blessed to have the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing here on campus. This school reminds me so much of where I attended. Geisinger was a teaching hospital with a hospital-based program, and the instructors here are so much like those at Geisinger, passionate about education, and they truly care about pushing you to succeed. So why do I share all of this with you? Of course, like any organized nurse, I always have a little acronym for remembering things. So of course, how appropriate, we're going to use the word nurse. So N is for new experiences. It's important for you to follow your passion, embrace every learning experience. It's going to build you as a nurse and who you are. So don't be afraid to take a new journey. I would have never gotten where I am without taking chances. If charge nurses, a manager, supervisors offer you a chance, take it. It might be hard, you might even fail, but don't let it get you down. Pick yourself up and try again. It's important to get involved in your community, on your unit, and in the hospital. Many of you have already accepted positions with us here at BB, and we are incredibly excited for you guys to begin your new adventure. U is for understanding your limits and self-care. As a nurse, you're going to endure emotionally and psychologically tolling situations at times. Without periods of recharging, you can be at risk for chronic stress. It's important to regularly check in with yourself to manage your stress and work on being mindful. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to take care of yourself and be in your best mindset so you can take care of others. R is for resiliency. Resiliency is defined as the capacity to recover from difficulties. And you have already done that. You've began your career in the midst of a pandemic. Over the last 2 years, it was hard switching to online learning and wearing masks and being fearful of what might happen next. You, as nurses, are the beacon of hope for our patients, our caregivers, and our other nurses. As you enter the field, you're going to help current nurses recharge and be excited about teaching you. And believe it or not, they're going to learn a little from you too. Remember, you're never alone. And nursing is a team sport, so don't be afraid to ask questions, ask for help. This leads me into my next letter, S. S is for seek a mentor. If you ask any of my veteran colleagues up here, they're going to tell you who has mentored them, and they wouldn't be where they are today without their mentors. It's important for you to find someone that you can trust and be honest with you. Find someone who can talk to you and guide you on your nursing journey. As a new graduate, this is someone that you can rely on for support and guidance because you're going to encounter a lot of new experiences and they can help you navigate them. This is someone who can support you when the job becomes overwhelming and they're going to give you the necessary tools to grow. Choose someone who's positive, who has a lot of patience, and who has a good eye for seeing the big picture. This is important for you to consistently make time to meet with them, whether it be over coffee or over Zoom. Consistency is important and honesty is key. Lastly, E is for education. Education is a valuable gift that no one can ever take away from you. Take it whenever it is offered to you. It has been shown that with more education, our patients have improved outcomes and that our patients have a higher quality of care, which they so deserve. I know many of you have continued your path of your educational journey. My path was a bit unconventional, but don't be afraid to go out and try something new. That's one of the good things about nursing. There's so many avenues for you to go down. All you need is a little education to build on, so keep going. So today I brought with me my lamp that I received during my nursing graduation. It's a symbol of goodwill, reliability, compassion, which are all necessary in the field today. This symbol of the lamp dates back to Florence Nightingale, who used it to check on her patients in the middle of the night. It symbolizes self-work, dedication of generations of nurses, and the lamp represents the nurse who is the light of hope and the comfort for all those who are suffering. So tonight, I'm going to light this lamp for you, if I can get it to light. I light the lamp tonight to honor the tradition of past nurses and to celebrate and honor the new graduates who will be joining us today. So as I close, I'm going to leave you with one final quote, and this is a quote from Steve Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. For us, that great work is nursing. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you. I don't want to leave the candle burning.
Thank you so much, Tara, and thank you for being a mentor to so many of our graduates. At this time, I'd like to introduce the class president of the class of 2023. I jumped ahead. Marissa Palmener.
Hello, I'm Marissa Pomerank, class president of the class of 2023. As first-year students, my class and I faced our first semester with fear, feeling like we were entering the unknown. It didn't take long for the senior class to step up and offer a helping hand. Between pep talks on Monday exam mornings, providing us with resources to help us succeed throughout our first year, or even just offering an ear to listen, they always ensured that we could fall back on them, ask questions, and rely on them to guide us when we needed it the most. Speaking on behalf of my peers and myself, we are confident you will be excellent nurses just by witnessing the compassion and mentoring you provided to us. This is the beginning of your journey as nurses, and we wish you the best while you navigate through your nursing careers. Congratulations, class of 2022. We will miss you, but we promise to fulfill our role as seniors and mentors to the entering class of 2024.
Thanks, Marissa. And now I introduce the senior class president, Grace Sweetman.
Hey. Let me unfold my book here. Okay. As Dr. Picker said, I'm Grace, and I'm the class of 22 president. I would like to start off by saying thank you for joining us tonight. I know it means a lot to me and my friends. So to be transparent, I have been thinking about this speech since last year's graduation. Of course, I never wrote down any of my ideas, so when it came time to writing my speech, nothing. I had no idea what to put. I felt like one of my instructors just asked me what the side effects of aspirin was, and I went, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't even start writing the speech until a couple weeks ago, and like I said, no idea what to write. It made me nervous when my classmates would make comments like, Grace, can you tell me part of your speech? Or, I just know your speech is going to be great. Or my favorite was, hey, can you give me a shout out in your speech? It was even worse when my instructors would say that they looked forward to what I was going to say. I would just respond with a little awkward laugh and say, oh yeah, it's going to be great, when I had no idea. Okay. But the whole time I was thinking to myself, what do I mention? Do I talk about our class group chat where we would help each other study and give each other study tips or just words of encouragement? Do I talk about how we would get together before e-competency and try to figure out which instructor was in which room? Or do I mention the potluck we had in the beginning of the year or the random cookies Brie liked to bring to class? or watching each other grow from quiet nursing students to becoming more confident in our skills and finding what specialty we wanted to do. All these memories and thoughts have been spinning in my head for a year, and I never wrote anything down. Until we had our senior social. This was like our last hurrah before graduation. At the social, there was one of the first-year students who made a comment to me that she admired how well our class got along. She noticed that we always supported each other and helped each other out. And I told her after 2 years, these people aren't just my classmates. I've literally seen their faces way more than my own family's. In fact, in looking in the crowd, I can't even recognize my own family. So if someone could please reintroduce us later. Oh, there they are. Hi. There they are. But for real, she was right. I've seen my friends at 5 o'clock in the morning with fresh bedhead to walking around like zombies after their clinical day. We have seen each other have great days, bad days, or just days. I've seen them fall asleep in class, share notes and ideas with those who struggle with a concept, collaborated on group projects Miss Blankenship had us do, and so much more. It seems surreal that we are at the end. We have struggled together. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was we have been on an incredible journey together for 2 years. Now that has come to an end, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I've been asked how it feels to be done, and I'm like, yeah, it feels good. It feels good to relax, not to study. And that's true, but it doesn't really cover the experience. So here's like the best way to kind of explain it. It's like seeing a movie in a really good movie theater. Before you go to the movie, you have to do your research on what kind of movie you want to see. And you have to figure out where you're going to see it at. So you ask around, you do research, you go on the internet, and it tells you, go here, and you talk to people about it. And then you're like, okay, this sounds like a good idea and a good movie for me. So you go to the movie theater. Okay, so you buy a ticket and you go to the movie. You sit in a room full of strangers and you realize you're not really prepared for this movie. Some people have popcorn or drinks or candy or all 3 items, while you have a ticket and no idea what's going to happen. So you sit in the theater for over 2 hours, and eventually people start to share their snacks and really enjoy their time together. You get so engrossed in this movie and the people around you that when the credits start to roll, everyone is like, what? That's it? So we sit and we kind of think, oh, maybe there's like an end credit scene, but there's not. But the lights come on and pretty soon people start to leave. You watch this amazing movie with amazing people and now it's over. Nursing school was kind of the same way. The popcorn, drinks, and candy represent past experiences. Some of us worked in the OR, some were CNAs, and some of us had previous degrees from somewhere else. But that didn't matter because we all started at the same line and we helped each other through this journey. Of course, we couldn't have done this by ourselves. We need to remember to thank our family and our support system for being a great support system. We must also remember to thank our lovely instructors. They have guided us through school and clinicals. They were up with us at 5 a.m., though they never looked like they just rolled out of bed. I know we are ready to be on our own, but we are also nervous to be without Mrs. Boney's watchful eye when it comes to messing with an IV pump. However, I'm confident that our skills will grow even more as we start our careers. We have made friendships that will last a lifetime and left a mark on this school, which isn't a joke. If you walked through school, you would see our blankets in the back of class or little ducks in the hallway. I wish good luck to my fellow classmates, and I can't wait to see each and every one of you rock it. So I would like to bring your attention to our projectors. A classmate of ours, Aaron Bendler, made a great slideshow, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Well, pick me somebody tell you to run. Movity see, movity on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How about how about cry? I would like to hold my little hand. How about how about cry? Send me in the way, send me in the way, send me in the way, send me on my way, send me in the way, send me in the way, send me on my way. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
This is a time in the program when we have the opportunity to recognize graduates for special achievements, attributes, and accomplishments. We express our sincere thanks to the individuals and the organizations who so generously make these awards possible. We will begin tonight's awards with a community organization which has continuously supported our School of Nursing students, Delaware Hospice.
Thank you, Karen. Congratulations, everyone, and to Dr. Tam and the board, as well as my alma mater faculty and fellow Beehivers. So Delaware Hospice Incorporated is proud to be participating in the ceremony of the 2022 graduating class of the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing at BB Medical Center. Delaware Hospice is proud to partner with the school and enjoy the usual opportunity of having nursing students rounded our Milford location, as well as our home care departments and ride-alongs. As a not-for-profit, we serve the state of Delaware and the southern counties of Pennsylvania. We have provided high-quality hospice and healthcare services for over 40 years. We are pleased to continue a skilled and compassionate workforce through the partnership with the School of Nursing. We are appreciative that that program values and teaches about the core values of hospice nursing and embraces comfort and compassion to those at end of life. The graduates of the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing are well positioned to bring these elements of nursing care to patients. We congratulate each of our graduates on your achievements you are being recognized for tonight. We recognize that through and during the pandemic, new challenges were presented and you overcame obstacles to become who you are today. We cheerfully have increased our amount of our award in light of the additional hardships to everyone who has faced, and would like to announce that the recipient of the Delaware Hospice Award is Amaya Wright.
Congratulations to all. After tonight, you are officially part of the BB Alumni Association. So I'm Danielle Blankenship, president of the BB Alumni Association. The role of our Alumni Association is to promote networking within the profession and promote community engagement and philanthropy, which supports the nursing profession and our community at large. It is a pleasure to be able to annually recognize the School of Nursing graduate who exemplifies overall medical, surgical, clinical excellence. Performance in foundations of nursing, nursing care of adults, and advanced concepts in nursing is reviewed with special consideration, focused on this graduate's ability to provide district nursing, which means caring for multiple patients with purposeful and timely implementation of quality care. A few ways to describe this year's recipient are a calm demeanor, dedicated, compassionate with her patients, eager to learn, and is a pleasure to be around. She is dependable, flexible, and has excellent clinical and communication skills when caring for her patients, helping others, and learning. She is well organized, works efficiently, and is able to think critically to anticipate and meet the needs of her patients with excellent care. This graduate has accepted a position at Bay Health on their medical surgical unit. On behalf of the BB Alumni Association, I am honored to present this year's award to Jalea Fisher-Howe.
I will be presenting the Faculty Award for 2022. Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing has a long and distinguished history as a diploma program. The School of Nursing is proud to remain as the only diploma nursing school in the state of Delaware. The faculty and staff take pride in the hallmark of our program, that of strong clinical experiences to complement classroom learning. This type of program is geared to a special kind of student, one who relishes learning by example, one who studies hard to piece together the many aspects of his or her patient's condition, and one who advances his or her knowledge by applying what the textbooks say to what is seen in the clinical experience. Our goal is to arm our students with the tools they will need in their career paths, that of knowledge, assessment skills, clinical expertise, communication skills, professionalism, and the ability to apply critical thinking to patient management. While the faculty of the School of Nursing is indeed proud of every one of our graduates, the Faculty Award tonight is being awarded to one student who best exemplifies the hallmark of a diploma graduate. This student thrived in the intimate classroom environment of our diploma program. She has persevered through many challenges during nursing school to be sitting on this stage today. This recipient seeks faculty guidance, always trying to do what is best for the patient. She is attentive to her patients and always advocates for them. She spends time at the bedside with her patients, giving compassionate and competent care. She is honest and dependable. She studies hard and gives it her all. She has a courteous demeanor and quietly goes about her work. One of the most likable students among her peers. We are delighted that she will be joining BB Healthcare on Women's Health Department as a graduate nurse. On behalf of the faculty and the staff of Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing, I am truly honored to present this award to Alexis Stringer.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations. My name is Loretta Ostrowski. I'm the Vice President of Inpatient Nursing and Emergency Services. I'm also currently the Interim Chief Nursing Officer at BB Healthcare. I'm also a proud 1992 graduate of BB School of Nursing. I'll let you guys do the math. Tonight I'll be presenting the Patient Care Leadership Award. The nursing leadership team at BB Healthcare is an integral component of facilitating the clinical learning experiences for the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing students. Their supportive, collaborative relationship with the School of Nursing promotes an optimal learning environment for our students. We start this actually in the freshman year for the students. It's our pleasure to recognize a graduate who has demonstrated leadership skills throughout their educational experience. In this student's admission essay, she acknowledged choosing the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing due to the school's reputation. Having come to the school after attaining a bachelor's degree from Lock Haven University, she took this next step realizing that nursing was her calling. She believes her education at BB is the foundation to her success in the nursing profession and another milestone along her educational journey. This student is the epitome of living our values every day, treating individuals with respect, acting with passion and love for others. Throughout this student's journey at BB, an immense amount of personal growth, grit, and resiliency has contributed to her ability to be successful. She has quietly taken a leadership role in this class, known as the mom of the class. One of the biggest projects this individual took upon herself was to create and give School of Nursing apparel to all her classmates. This required dedication of her time, creativity, as she delivered the apparel to her peers and the faculty, and a selfless act of gratitude and compassion. She is so proud of her accomplishment of earning her diploma and her classmates wear her gifts proudly. We are fortunate that this graduate will be joining the nursing team at BB Healthcare on our step-down unit. It's with pleasure that I present the Patient Care Leadership Award to Brianna Browner.
Good evening, everyone. The BB Healthcare Auxiliary is most pleased to honor a graduate who has demonstrated outstanding ability and contributions in all aspects of school: academic, clinical, school, and community involvement. This year, we have 2 recipients who have excelled both academically and clinically. Both students are enthusiastic and always exhibit a caring spirit. They are well respected by their peers, the faculty, and the nursing staff. They enjoy clinical, providing excellent nursing care with a bedside manner, as you saw in the video, that is professional and comforting to patients. Both of these students communicate well with those in the community and will continue to represent the nursing profession in a positive light. They demonstrate leadership skills by promoting a team environment and helping others in any way they can. Their determination, eagerness to learn, and kind demeanor made both of them a pleasure to teach for all the faculty. Chosen for this award as the best all-around students for the class of 2022, it is with great pleasure I present the BB Healthcare Auxiliary Ginger Snowden Award to Taylor Hatfield and John Morris.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. My name is Tom Protak. I'm the president of the BB Medical Foundation. On behalf of the foundation and our board of directors, we congratulate you. I communicated this week with the Rollins family, and especially to Peggy, Margaret H. Rollins herself, who our school is named after, who were not able to come tonight, and I asked if she had any words of wisdom to share with you. And for those of you who know Peggy, she has a great sense of humor. She said, "Tell them all to be nice to one another and to treat every patient like it was their grandmother or grandfather." So the BB Medical Foundation tonight is most pleased to honor a graduate who has been exemplary in their philanthropic activities, supporting both BB Healthcare and our local community. Philanthropy is defined as the practice of giving money and time to help make other people's lives better. The profession of nursing and philanthropy go hand in hand. Nurses care for others, including their community, with an unwavering desire to give back. Tonight's student demonstrated their natural leadership and volunteerism once the student entered the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing. The student volunteered at many school events, enthusiastically sharing their pride in our school and our award-winning program. This student's friendly attitude, warm smile, and engagement with community outreach made this student an ideal representative with many, many community partners. This past semester, this student dedicated over 12 hours of community service and volunteerism. The requirement for the nursing program is only 8 hours each semester. This graduate was one that the faculty and the administration could always call upon for an extra hand to represent our school. This student involvements included, but are not limited to, numerous School of Nursing open house events, the School of Nursing's 100th anniversary celebration, COVID-19 vaccinations and clinics, making Valentine cards for residents of local nursing homes, and the BB Healthcare Community Health Fair event. Over the winter break, this student volunteered their time in BB's Employee Health Department, answering team members' phone calls through our COVID hotline. This student has an unwavering commitment to service and to BB Healthcare. As the class president for the class of 2022, she has consistently demonstrated leadership skills by promoting a team environment and helping others in any way she can. She definitely will be an asset to BB Healthcare's Women and Children's Unit on 2 Lynch. It is my honor and pleasure this evening to present the 2022 Margaret H. Rollins Student Philanthropy Award to Grace Sweetman.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Dr. Paul Pete. I'm the president of the medical staff here at BB Healthcare. This is an exciting time for nursing. We continue to grow here at BB Healthcare. We've just opened up a new surgical hospital. Hopefully you've had a chance to tour it. When I came here 25 years ago, there were only 70 physicians and surgeons on staff. Nowadays we have over 550 professionals, physicians, surgeons, nurse practitioners, PAs, and additional clinical staff. We're now approaching, I believe, well over 800, if not 1,000 nurses that are involved with BB Healthcare. We continue to grow to serve our community. The work that nurses do is unparalleled. The work that you do makes a difference in everyone's life. There'll be a lot of work that you'll do that you may not get thanked for, may go unrecognized, but know the work that you do makes a difference in each and every person that you come in contact with. The nurse, I would argue, is actually the most important team leader. She goes unrecognized. She's there at the birth side. She's there at birth, the miracle of life. The nurse is there at the time of death, the transition to salvation. Nurses make a difference in people's lives. Know that and remember that as you begin your journey through your professional career. I remember some 20 years ago, I was sick and I was admitted to BB, and I remembered when I soiled myself and how embarrassed I was. But who was there to help me? The nurse was there to help me. When I got up out of bed in the middle of the night, I failed to use my call bell because I thought I could do it on my own. Who was there to pick me up? Who was there to dust me off? Who was there to encourage me? Again, I was so embarrassed at what I had done. The nurse was there. The nurse is the eyes and ears of the medical team. She's the one at the bedside. She is the one, again, who does all the work The work that you do is the most important. So I welcome you to the profession of medicine as a representative of the medical staff as we continue to grow. I know how important it is that we continue to grow. We have the largest nursing class in the history of the school. I want to recognize and thank Dr. Karen Picard, who continues to be so kind and gracious to include the medical staff. We continue to support through scholarship funding, and would also recognize and the scholarship award tonight for the Salitude Award. The nurse graduate has consistently been a high academic performer with all final course grades at 88 or above and a final overall average of 90. She quietly went about her work throughout her journey in nursing school. Her dedication to BB Healthcare has been evident as she has worked as a nurse extern and then as a nurse tech in ICU throughout her senior year. She's going to do a wonderful job. She has an amazing future as she joins BB Healthcare in the intensive care unit. It is a distinct honor and pleasure to award this scholarship to Amaya Wright.
This is so exciting. You know, I'm a Jeep dealer over in Georgetown, Delaware, and I get to witness the largest graduating class from the School of Nursing at BB Healthcare. It's just exciting. I'm the new kid on the block. This is just my 8th year of being a part of BB, but I have three BB grandbabies. The Board of Directors of BB Healthcare are proud to have the only hospital-based nursing education program in Delaware. We congratulate each of you for your completion of one of the most rigorous and most successful nursing programs in the state. We know you're well prepared for the nursing profession and offer our best wishes to you as you begin your professional nursing careers. BB Healthcare value focuses on commitment to safety, respect, integrity, and lifelong learning. Therefore, it's a distinct pleasure of the Board of Directors to honor the graduate who exemplifies these values in their educational journey and has achieved the highest overall academic average for the class of 2022. At this point in my graduation, I knew I was eliminated. This year's recipient had the highest academic performance with an overall average of 92, with no final course grade less than 91. She's committed to excellence and is well respected by her peers. Her attention to detail and exquisiteness and academic ability will add special additions to the nursing profession. BB Healthcare's perioperative services is lucky to have her join their team. It is with pleasure that I present the Board of Directors Award of Excellence to, and she's not able to be with us tonight, so where's the live stream? Up there, okay. Erin Bendler, congratulations. Since you're not here, we're going to split this all up. No. It's going to be presented, thank you.
Yes, unfortunately, Erin couldn't be with us tonight as the valedictorian, but a huge congratulations to her, as I know that she's watching live. And I also want to give a big kudos, shout out to Erin, who put together that whole slideshow. So I know her class is missing her tonight. All right, we've now reached a time in the evening when you receive your School of Nursing pin and diploma. Your pin is unique and will always identify you as a graduate of the Margaret H. Rollins School of Nursing at BB Healthcare. It's a symbol of your challenges and successes, a symbol of your excellent nursing education. Wear it proudly. The school pin reflects our BB heritage with the BB family crest. The focus of the crest is the beehive. The beehive represents vigilance, industry, and persistence of purpose. These characteristics are so fitting of each of you as you reach this milestone. Your class is entering the nursing profession at an unprecedented time. You've endured an extremely rigorous curriculum during a global pandemic. You have adjusted your work and study habits many times throughout the course of the last 2 years in order to keep you, your family, and your patients safe. You have persevered in order to sit here today. I believe a spirit of inquiry, resiliency, and compassion are the essence of nursing. You have all of these qualities. Take the lessons that you have learned from all of us and continue to learn, grow, and lead our profession. As you begin your career, I challenge you to keep a few things in mind. Be enthusiastic, and as Tara said, get involved. Get involved in your organization and in your nursing team. Be engaged and present with your patients. Listen to what they are saying, not the computer. Listen to your patient. Never be afraid to speak up or ask why. Commit to excellence each and every day. Always practice with integrity, and follow your nursing instinct. We have provided you with the education and skills for success. It's now up to you to continue on your educational journey and make your mark on this profession. My sincere congratulations and best wishes. It's now my privilege to introduce the faculty, staff, and librarians who have assisted these graduates in reaching this milestone. If you would please stand as I say your names. Alexa Beish. Danielle Blankenship. Charlotte Boney. Mackenzie Helsel. Teresa Lynch. Emily Petito. Allison Watson. Jennifer Wingate. And Terry Wyatt. Every year. And also our staff, Susan Belgrade, Jenny Rickards, and Tony Esposito. Our administrative assistant, who is really in charge, they would tell you, is Barbara Rogers. And our librarians, Ann Lonergan and Jean Winstead. A special thanks to our program coordinator, Tracy Bell. Tracy makes sure everything is running smoothly behind the scenes, and I could not do it without her. I also want to thank our executive leader for the School of Nursing, Mr. Rick Schaffner. Many thanks to each of you for your dedication, continuous support, and the vision for our future. Now, class advisors Danielle Blankenship and Allison Watson will come to assist with the pinning, and our president and CEO of BB Healthcare, Dr. David Tam, will award the diplomas. Tyler Christina Bowman. Tyler is so thankful for the amazing friendship she has made in nursing school. She's grateful for the support and encouragement of her friends, as well as the amazing nursing instructors. After graduation, Tyler will be participating in the graduate nurse residency program at BB Healthcare starting in August. She will begin her career in PACU and same-day surgery. She also plans to obtain her BSN and potentially further her education to become a nurse practitioner. Katie Clausen. Katie's best memory in nursing school has been meeting and spending time with her best friends as they shared many laughs together over the past 2 years. Katie will begin her career in August as she enters BB's nurse residency program, working on the 5th floor clinical decision unit. In the future, she plans to obtain her BSN and become a travel nurse. One day, she hopes to work in the emergency department or become a school nurse and have a role in nursing education. Shannon Marie Crane. Shannon's favorite memory in nursing school was spending time in the ED, getting to go up to the hospital helipad, and her preceptor time in the ICU. Shannon will be entering BB's residency program in the emergency department. In 5 years, she hopes to have completed her bachelor's degree and possibly her master's. And in 10 years, Shannon hopes to be working in a trauma ICU or on a critical care transport team as a flight nurse. Martin Deary. Marty's favorite memories in nursing school include experiencing so many different kinds of nursing and getting great opportunities over the last 2 years. He will be starting his nursing career in BB's residency program, working in labor and delivery. He plans to start his BSN courses right away. In 5 years, he hopes to be working towards his MSN and working with high-risk pregnancies. In 10 years, he hopes to have experience in a NICU and possibly working towards becoming a neonatal nurse practitioner or a nursing instructor. Allison Marie Dowds. Allison's most memorable moments in nursing school were the 5 a.m. study sessions in the skills lab on Monday mornings. She will be starting her nursing career at BB Healthcare in the nurse residency program on the orthopedic unit. She plans to continue her education and obtain her BSN. She would like to stay working at BB Healthcare and potentially explore other specialties when the opportunities present themselves. Hannah Maria Evans. Hannah's favorite memories in nursing school were when she was able to put together the patient's story with their findings and determine what was going on with her patient. She felt the pieces all came together during her preceptorship in the ICU. Hannah plans to continue to work in BB's ED as a tech until she transitions into the residency program, where she'll be starting her nursing career in the ICU. She plans to obtain her BSN within 2 years and eventually earn a DNP. Jalea Fisher-Howe. Jalea's favorite memory during nursing school was performing chest compressions with Bree during the simulation experience. And if I remember, he had a pulse, right? After graduation, Jalea will be starting her career at Bay Health on the medical surgical unit. In 5 years, she sees herself having her BSN and becoming a travel nurse. In 10 years, she hopes to have her MSN and plans to start a family. Evelise Chantel Grant. Eva's favorite memories in nursing school were having clinicals on labor and delivery, working in the ICU, and being so tired after clinical during her first year, but always pushing through. After graduation, she's accepted a position at the University of Maryland in the neonatal intensive care unit. Her long-term goal is to earn a DNP degree while working in L&D or critical care. Eventually, she would love to open up her own practice serving women, women of color, and women who are part of the LGBT community. Taylor Brittany Hatfield. Taylor's favorite memories include studying upstairs on the second floor with her girls prior to Monday morning exams. There were always a lot of laughs on those mornings that she will cherish forever. She will begin her nursing career at BB Healthcare in the residency program, working on the orthopedic unit. In 5 years, she plans to have her BSN, continue working at BB, and working towards her MSN. She eventually hopes to pursue her DMP and become a nurse practitioner or a nurse educator. Francesca Sophia Holmes. Francesca's favorite memory in nursing school was watching a newborn being welcomed into the world. She will be starting her nursing career in the emergency department at Bay Health Sussex campus. Her long-term goal is to become a forensic nurse. Kristen Landry. Kristen's favorite memory in nursing school was the time she spent with Taylor White during her preceptorship in the ED. Kristen will begin her nursing career in Bay Health Sussex Emergency Department. Her immediate plans are to include spending time with her children. She plans to continue her education by finishing her BSN with aspirations to become a CRNA. Jeff Liebrich. Jeff's favorite memory in nursing school is reflecting back on pre-conference in Nursing 101 and the excitement he felt when starting to apply his new knowledge. He will begin his nursing career in the August Nurse Residency Program at BB Healthcare, working in PACU and same-day surgery. He plans to continue working on his BSN degree and eventually obtain certification in holistic nursing and oncology. Brianna Maley. Bree's favorite memory during nursing school will always be the time she spent with the people who will be her lifelong friends. Bree will start her nursing career at BB Healthcare in the August Nurse Residency Program, working on the step-down unit. Josephine Melson. Josie's best memory of nursing school will be sharing laughs and making lifelong friends. Josie will start the August Nurse Residency Program at BB Healthcare on 3 Med-Surg. She plans to complete her BSN and move right into pursuing her MSN. In the future, she would love to become a nurse educator where she can inspire other nursing students. Alexandra Nicole Miller. Alex's favorite memory was taking the seat on the first day of class next to a peer who would soon become one of her dear friends. Although they were initially assigned to sit next to one another, they continued to choose side-by-side seats over the next 3 semesters. She thanks Jeff for constantly making her laugh and for his advice. After graduation, she will start her career at Suburban Hospital Johns Hopkins Medicine on the intermediate care unit. In the future, she hopes to complete her BSN and obtain certification, and one day she dreams of joining the Peace Corps or Doctors Without Borders. Drew Morris. Drew's most memorable times in nursing school include the long hours of studying with his study group, the simulation experiences, and his time in the ED and ICU. Drew will start the nurse residency program at BB Healthcare in the emergency department. His long-term goal is to obtain his BSN, gain more experience in critical care, travel across the country, and eventually attend missionary trips which bring medical care to impoverished areas of the world. John Morris III. John's favorite memories are in simulation during his clinical time in the ED and ICU and time spent with his study groups before exams. He will begin his nursing career at BB Healthcare in the August residency program working in the PACU. He would like to obtain his BSN and eventually pursue an MSN specializing in mental health. Juana Arceli Pascual Francisco. Juana's most memorable moments in nursing school will be the close bond she made with her friends and the nursing instructors. She will start her career at Tidal Health in the labor and delivery unit. Within the next 5 years, she plans to have her BSN completed and be working towards her MSN. She's interested in becoming a nurse practitioner specializing in women's health, pediatrics, or neonates. Emily Page Saylor. Emily's favorite memory in nursing school was getting to experience all of Mrs. Wyatt's simulations. Emily will begin her nursing career at BB Healthcare in the August nurse residency program working on the step-down unit. She plans to have her BSN completed in the next few years and her MSN within 10 years. Madison Marie Sharp. Madison's best memories from nursing school include making great friends, seeing a live birth, and getting to actively care for patients in the midst of a pandemic. Maddie will be starting her nursing career at BB Healthcare in the residency program working on 3 med-surg. After graduation, she plans to start working towards her BSN, eventually try travel nursing, and have her MSN within 10 years. Alexis Brianna Devaki Singh. Lexi's best memories during nursing school include having Mrs. Trone proctor the exams from the back of the room, knowing she was silently cheering you on. She would pat or rub her back when she was done and say, "Good job." She also appreciated Mrs. Boney's conversations after a stressful week where she always made her feel capable of being successful. Lexi will begin her nursing career in the residency program at BB Healthcare, working in the ED. She plans to complete her BSN through University of Delaware, and her long-term goal is to obtain her MSN and achieve certification as an emergency trauma nurse. Jillian Marie Smart. Jill's favorite memory from nursing school started during her ICU rotation when she cared for a patient who was intubated on day 1 and extubated on day 2. Then, as she was working on CDU, she was able to care for the same patient for multiple days. The patient remembered her and thanked her. Jill's heart was full as she realized she was a part of this patient's journey to recovery. Jill will begin her nursing career in the BB Healthcare residency program, working in the ICU. She plans to earn her bachelor's degree from the University of Delaware and eventually apply to a DMP program or become a CRNA. Alexis Grace Stringer. Alexis's favorite memory during nursing school will be the lifelong friendship she's made. She'll be starting in BB Healthcare's nurse residency program, working in labor and delivery. Her future plans include finishing her BSN and her MSN and attaining certification as a perinatal bereavement counselor. Eventually, she would love to start serving on medical mission trips. Grace Elizabeth Sweetman. Grace's best memory from nursing school was when she and some of her peers met at the Crooked Hammock to celebrate when they finished their first year of nursing school. Grace will begin her career in the nurse residency program at BB Healthcare, working on the Women's and Children's Unit. She would like to begin travel nursing in 5 years and eventually specialize in wound care. Trent Daniel Swikotowski. Trent's best memory from nursing school is his time working with his preceptor on Med-Surg. Trent will begin his nursing career at the University of Maryland downtown campus on a Med-Surg telemetry unit. His 10-year plan includes completing his BSN and MSN and becoming a family nurse practitioner working with the LGBT community. Kaylee Evans Sinesvet. Kaylee's favorite memory in nursing school was in the control room with Mrs. Wyatt during a respiratory arrest simulation, watching her laugh and laugh so hard she started crying. Kaylee's peers were struggling through the simulation, but Kaylee was so enamored just watching Mrs. Wyatt. In that moment, she realized how much Mrs. Wyatt truly loves teaching and that there's always something more to learn. Kaylee will be starting her career on the IMC at BB Healthcare, joining the nurse residency program. Her future goal will be to transition to the ED or ICU. She's interested in pursuing nursing management or possibly CRNA school. Jada Ashley Tunstall. Jada's best memory in nursing school was when Mrs. Lynch would bring snacks in for class. Jada will begin her nursing career at the University of Maryland Capital Region Medical Center in the ICU. Her future plans are to be a travel nurse. Katie Elizabeth Ventresca. Katie's best memories from nursing school include studying with her friends and handing in her very last set of pie notes. Katie will begin her nursing career in August, joining BB's nurse residency program in the operating room. She plans to immediately finish her BSN through Wilmington University. She's unsure of where her career will take her, but she hopes to be happy and successful in the nursing profession. Amaya Brianne Wright. Amaya's favorite memories in nursing school include spending time with her lifelong friends and having lunch together in classroom 3. Amaya will begin her nursing career in August, joining BB's nurse residency program in the ICU. Her goals include finishing her BSN and gaining certification as a CCRN within 5 years. Eventually, she would like to become a CRNA. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We will now close the ceremony with the benediction from Paula Waite.
Please remain standing. Gracious and loving God, we pause before you as this day comes to a close and the years of focused study have reached their conclusion. May these honored graduates find strength in their academic preparation and the long line of educational tradition, for with it today, they join the over 100-year-old network of local, national, and global alumni who are their kindred spirits. We ask you to bless their lives and enable them to discern what is right, good, and just, and to use their gifts wisely. Nurses, may your careers be a blessing according to the scholarship you invest in your profession, the compassion expressed in your leadership, and the excellence in your service to others. Look to the future with confidence and with the assurance that this safe place of learning has provided a strong foundation for the next chapter of your lives. Go in peace and serve with valor, promoting healing and health to all in your care.
Thank you.